Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 523rd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Straight away you'll see this is fought on a desert map, and one of the reasons I wanted to show this battle is because there are several factions in this battle that you very rarely, if ever, see on the 31k battlefield. And on top of that, this is an extremely close battle as well. Okay, so our first teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now Aurelius has got 12 Spartans, 3 archers, and 2 slingers. Okay, unusual army build there. Plus he's got 2 fast moving cavalry units as well that you don't often see with a Greek city's army. Okay, if you notice there, he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on this light cavalry. My guess is he'll use those cavalry there to chase down enemy archers. That's why I think he's bought them. So I think that's an interesting Greek city's army build. It'll be interesting to see how well he does during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Mad King, who has unusually bought the Parthia faction. Now Mad King has got 10 foot archers, 2 horse archers, and 7 cataphract camels. Okay, now these horse archers are some of the best horse archers in the game, so it'd be interesting to see how well he uses those. Okay, as I say, he's got 7 of the cataphract camels. Let's have a quick look at the cataphract camels. Don't see these very often. And these are armoured from head to toe like the cavalry cataphracts. Okay, they move a little bit slower, the camels, but they've still got massive defence and good attack specifications. And of course they bring a fear factor to enemy cavalry. Okay, taking away the morale from enemy cavalry, destabilising them, making them more susceptible to routing. Okay, so that's an interesting Parthian army, I think, there. And don't forget, those obviously those cataphract camels do get a desert bonus. So it'll be interesting to see how well Parthia does on the 31k battlefield. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Lando. Now Lando has got just 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, and he's just got 7 upgrades and experience stroke, gold shield, gold attack. Very unusual Roman army. As you know, Lando usually brings 6 archers, I think it's 8 infantry and 6 cavalry. That's his usual Roman army, so this is an unusual Roman army for him to bring to the modern day battlefield. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, that's got his very old Roman army of 12 infantry and 6 cavalry. So we've got quite a diverse team. We've got Greek cities, we've got Parthia, we've got Rome, and we've got Rome. Okay, this is a very close battle, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have brother member Pompey. Now Pompey has got 11 infantry, 3 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 11 infantry, 3 archers, 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. And oh my gosh, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. As we've said in the past, this cavalry does well with just gold shield, gold attack, but you could put a couple of experience stripes on them, and that can make them extremely tough cavalry. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good balanced Roman army there, and it'll be interesting to see how well he does with them during the course of the battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member First Prime, who has bought the Thrace faction. Now First Prime has got just 20 pikes. Okay, 20 phalanx pikemen in his Thrace army. First Prime used to be in the Brotherhood many years ago, and then he stopped playing Rome Total War, and he is now back onto Rome Total War, and it's nice to see First Prime back in the Brotherhood ranks there. Okay, so as I say, look at the upgrades on his Thrace army there. He's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, and look at the length of those pikes. Remember, enemy troops have got to fight all the way down those pikes to kill the man on the other end. Okay, so 20 pike units there. I think this could be quite a formidable force. But just to let you know that Brotherhood member Sid, many years ago, tried to make a Thrace army that was good on the 31k battlefield. He tried all types of combinations of Thrace units, but in the end he just couldn't get an army that was good enough to fight on the 31k battlefield, just because of their morale. Their morale is so low that very often his armies would mass rout. So it'll be interesting to see how First Prime does. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now Barclayman has got 4 slingers, 12 sacred band spearmen, and 6 cavalry. Okay, I just want to show you the upgrades on his sacred band cavalry. Count them up there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now remember, this cavalry is tough, and I think a bit underestimated as well. But you fully upgrade it, and you've got some kind of tough cavalry there. And those could be, well, battle-winning troops, maybe. Be interesting to see how well he uses them. And their 4th teammate is Brotherhood member Man2, who has bought the Numidia faction. Now, this might surprise a lot of you, Numidia on the 31k battlefield, but to give that faction a chance, what I've done is I've allowed 3 Elis max, and I also said no cavalry max as well. Okay, so he can bring 3 elephants and no cavalry max, bring as many cavalry as he wants to. And if you notice here, he's got the round shield cavalry, and they are fully upgraded. 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack for the long shield cavalry there. Okay, so they're fully upgraded cavalry. Be interesting to see how well they do. Okay, and I think because we're on a desert map here, he's bought some he's got some desert infantry spearmen there. Once again, count the upgrades there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fully upgraded desert infantry spearmen. Okay, now those of you that haven't seen them before, these are quite tough infantry, and of course they have got the desert bonus, so they're fully upgraded units, plus they got the desert bonus here. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do. And of course they got spears, so they're anti-cavalry troops as well, so that'll be interesting to see how well they do. And of course he's got his 3 elephants here. Okay, now these elephants have got a big fear factor. Okay, so they take morale away from enemy troops. They've got 2 archers shooting at the enemy all the time, plus you might not know this, but elephants have got a bonus against enemy cavalry. Okay, so they've got an anti-cavalry bonus with these elephants as well. Okay, so with these 3 elephants there, I think Numidia could well be quite competitive on the 31k battlefield. Okay, as I say, it's a very diverse team there, the enemy team. You see, you got Rome, you got Thrace, they got Carthage, and of course they've got Numidia. It's got the potential to be a great battle, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you can see Mad King taking his horse archers across there to start targeting Thrace's pikemen. Remember, those big 120-man units are extremely susceptible to any kind of missile damage here. So that's why Mad King's taking his horse archers. Let's go for a ride with these horse archers here. Are we on a horse with them as we're riding along? Shooting loads of arrows into those Thrace pikemen there. You can see that they've already caused casualty to some of those pikemen there by shooting into the rear of those running Thrace pikemen. It wouldn't surprise me if the Thrace allies brought more cavalry over here to try and chase away these HAs. Plus, you can see the Carthage general bringing his fully upgraded cavalry over here as well to chase those horse archers away. Plus, the Carthage general will be using his slingers. Remember, slingers are very effective against horse archers. And as you can see here, he's got his slingers there shooting slingshots into those Parthian horse archers. The Parthian horse archers, of course, have got that Parthian shot, whereas they ride away from enemy, they can turn round like 180 degrees and shoot arrows into enemy troops there. Okay, just draw your attention here. I remember at this stage of the battle, I think Lando said he was going to take the left flank, and he is looking to do an aggressive left flanking action around the enemy team. Now, as we've seen in other battle videos, Lando is a very aggressive and attacking player. Sometimes he kind of gets a bit carried away, but don't forget, it's always good to be an attacking player, because while you're attacking, the enemy can only react to you. They can only kind of dance to your tune. Okay, you call the shots if you're attacking. So as long as Lando kind of doesn't go too mad here, he could be doing a really good job here in maybe turning the enemy's flank here with that big left flanking action that he's doing with his infantry. Remember, he's got 15 infantry, so that's a lot of pilots he could throw into those Carthage Sacred Band. Remember, Parthia's got 10 archers here, so they're going to be shooting a lot. There's a lot of firepower there. They're going to be shooting a lot of arrows into the probably into those Carthage slingers there, I'm thinking. Okay, but you can see here Pompey moving his Brutio troops forward. Now remember, not only Lando is a very aggressive attacking player, but also Pompey as well. Okay, so make no mistake here, he would have gone into those archers there, but the Greek city's general Aurelius is bringing his Spartans over here and his Greek city's army to face Brutio here. Okay, so here on our left flank you can see that Lando is really doing an aggressive left flanking action here against the Carthage Sacred Band units. Okay, now make no mistake here, he'd love to throw his pilers into those Sacred Band units. They're causing a lot of casualties before they even get into hand-to-hand fighting. So as I say, Lando here, right at the beginning of the battle, putting his credentials on the table, showing how aggressive he is going to be. As I say, our Greek cities ally is over here facing the enemy Thrace and Brutii there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So as you can see here, First Prime is bringing his 20 units of phalanx pikemen over here to take on the Greek cities. Okay, so if you look at the length of those pikemen's pikes there, in comparison to the short spears of the Greek cities. Okay, so remember there that the Greek cities have got to fight all the way down the length of those pikes to kill the man on the other end. So that's what I'm thinking. First Prime has bought 20 units of these pikemen here to try and neutralise our Greek cities ally with those pikes. Okay. But as I say here, look at, as I say, Parthia, remember, got 10-foot archers plus our Greek cities allies got slingers and archers as well, and they will be shooting into the flank of those 120-man units of Thrace, which of course, as we said earlier, are very susceptible to archer or missile damage of any kind. Okay, but as I say, you can see First Prime here being very aggressive with his Thrace army there. So you've got both Pompey and First Prime here, very aggressive players moving forward there to engage Greek cities. Let's pause the game for a second here. Okay, so as I say, you got Thrace to attack Greek cities. Let's say, look how far Lando's gone round here on our left flank there, trying to target the Carthage Sacred Band there, throwing lots of pilers into them if he can. But if you notice here, can you see I'm moving my SPQR army looking to hit the flank possibly of those engaged Thrace pikes once they do get engaged. And you've got Lando's cavalry there, and now he may be looking to smash into the flank of those Thrace pikemen once they're engaged with our Greek cities ally. So watch this space, because as I say, Lando sees any chance at all of attack, and that's what he's going to do. Okay, but just like to draw your attention here to these 3 elephants. Now remember, these elephants have got a big charge bonus, an anti-cavalry bonus, and a big fear factor that they bring to enemy troops. Okay, now they could prove pivotal to the outcome of the battle. That's all I'm going to say at this stage, okay? But here, as I say, we've got lots of missile troops shooting into those Thrace pikemen here. And as I say, First Prime, as a lot of you will know that may have played with him or against him, he is also a very aggressive player here. And you can see Pompey moving his Brutii infantry over there to maybe cover his allies' Thrace's flank there. As you can see, my SPQR infantry moving in on Thrace's flank. Okay, so good bit of teamwork there by Pompey, moving his Brutii troops forward there. But as you can see here, First Prime is really starting to push those long-piked Thracian phalanx pikemen into our Greek cities ally there. Now, the thing is here, I think our Greek city ally needs to attack, because otherwise the length of those pikes there could kill Greek city units before the Greek city units could get in range of the Thrace pikemen with their short spears. And that's exactly what our release is doing. Let's see how he's advancing his Spartans into those Thracian pikemen there. And now he's closed in closer, so his spearmen will now be in range of those pikemen there. So that's an interesting development there, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here. 20 units of Thrace against those Greek city units. Let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, here's a really interesting tussle here between Thrace and our Greek cities ally. Will the long pikemen overcome the Spartans, or will the Spartans' iron discipline, 2 hit points and excellent specifications really carry the day? As I say, you can see my SPQR army now has been neutralised a bit by the Brutii army, because I was looking to move in on the flank of those Thrace pikemen there and hit them with a lot of pilers. But what I would like to draw your attention to here is all the archers and slingers. Make no mistake, Thrace is going to be suffering loads of casualties there from missile damage. But the main thing I'd like you to concentrate on here is Lando's 5 cavalry units here. Okay, he can now see that the Thrace pikemen are engaged, and it wouldn't surprise me if he smashed into the flank. He knows Thrace morale is extremely low, and if he could get a few of their pike units to rout, he may get a chain rout here on Thrace. Okay, so let's just see what Lando's going to do with those 5 units of cavalry there. Okay, you can see he's now charging those cavalry units in with a view to smash into the flank of those engaged Thrace pikemen here. And here they go. Get ready for this. And bang! As he smashes in to those Thrace pikemen there. Okay, he's hoping to get a mass rout here, smash into the rear of those engaged Thrace pikemen. Nice hit here by Lando. Aggressive, attacking, always putting the enemy on the back foot here, and this is exactly what he's done with his cavalry. Look at that hit. Look at those Thrace pike units starting to rout there from that massive cavalry hit there. Now that could be a pivotal part of the battle there. You can see Man 2 charging his long shield cavalry in there. And then you can see that Mad King is throwing his camel cataphracts into the fray as well. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. Okay, so you can see that massive cavalry attack there by Lando on Thrace's flank has routed loads of Thrace pike units there. Okay, I know Lando was after a mass rout there, and I think he's done extremely well. You can also now see that the camel cataphracts of Parthia have been charged in to Thrace as well. This might seem a strange thing here, charging cavalry into pikes here, but maybe he can see that Thrace is on the back foot with so many units routing, and just maybe a hit by those cataphract camels might just cause a complete mass rout of Thrace. I think that's what he's thinking there. Okay, you can see that the enemy Brutii general there is attacking the forward units of my SBQR army. Okay, and you can see here that these fully upgraded. Remember, these Sacred Band cavalry are fully upgraded here. He may be looking to smash into some of those Scipio troops, plus you've got those elephants moving in as well. Okay, so for all intents and purposes here, it looks to me like we're doing really well here over on our right flank at routing those Thracian troops there. As I say, Mad King's charging those cataphract camels in there with their desert bonus. I think he's just thinking of one more push and those Thrace units may mass rout there. Okay, that's why he's charging them in there. Make no mistake, he'll be doing a lot of damage there, and he's in combination with his Greek city's ally. And as I say, if they can rout that Thrace general to take that little bit of morale away from the Thrace troops that's left, I think that could be a really good move for us. My guess is that he's going to have his, yeah, he's got those cataphracts alt attack there, so they're using their effective against armor maces. And I've noticed that the Greek city ally, because he knows he's got cavalry, friendly cavalry in there, has put his spears up, and he's just using his secondary weapon, his sword there, along with his Parthian allies cavalry there. Okay, I can see the Thrace general has now been routed. Can you see most of the Thrace units have now chain routed, and most of them are now on the way off the battlefield there where they've been routed. Taking that general outlet with just what they needed to do there, and you can see that I think there might be just one Thrace unit still fighting, and that's been routed now. Right, can you see the Brutii cavalry here ready to hit Mad King's Parthian camels there, and bang, as they smash in to those Parthian camels. Now remember, those cataphract camels there have already been fighting Thrace, fighting the pikes of Thrace, so they're going to be battle damage, and they've just been hit by that fresh Brutii cavalry. Notice both have alt attacked here. The Brutii general's got his heavy swords going there, and the Parthian general is alt attacked with his effective against armor maces. Okay, so you can see here Lando moving his infantry into the fray as well with our Parthian cataphracts. Okay, we've got the Greek cities and Lando's units there still ready to push forward. Now what I'd like to draw your attention to is over here on the left flank. Can you see my infantry are being heavily attacked by those desert spearmen, Carthage Sacred Band and Brutii infantry. Okay, so they're really holding and pinning my infantry. Now there's a reason for that, and that's because they've got those Numidian elephants coming in behind me. Now remember, those Numidian elephants have got a bonus against cavalry, plus they bring a big fear factor as well, plus they've got a big attacking specification. Now if they can smash my cavalry, look what they can do. They could go straight into the back of my infantry here. So my cavalry here I've just thrown in out of desperation to try and hold up these elephants and do as much damage as I can to them. But as I say, these elephants, don't forget those archers are going to be shooting into me all the time, plus those elephants have got an anti-cavalry bonus here, and of course the massive fear factor they bring, taking morale away from my cavalry, destabilising them and making them rout. Okay, so This is bad news, not just for me, but for our team here, I believe. All my cavalry has now been routed, and that leaves the road clear and open for them to smash into the rear, okay, of my engaged infantry. Now make no mistake, this could be a decisive part of the battle here. As I say, my infantry are being heavily pushed by all that enemy infantry pushing into me, so I'm held and pinned there. My Greek city ally is trying to come to my help here. Look, my assistance here with some of his Spartans there, and over here you can see that Lando's army is doing well with the Parthian cataphracts here against the enemy Brutii cavalry. But don't forget, you got those fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry as well, ready to charge in. Okay, but as I say, over here on our left flank, this could prove decisive. You can see those elephants moving towards my infantry. Can you see my general is also being pinned and held? And I think here that Mantu's going to smash into the rear of my general there. Hopefully he's going to rout my general from his point of view. And then, there we go. Let's see that those elephants going in and bang as they smash in there. Okay, so make no mistake here, my infantry is being pinned and held, and they're frightened by elephants. Look, see my infantry frightened by elephants, so the morale is already being sapped away from my guys, as well as they're being pinned and held by enemy infantry, and bang as those elephants go in there. Look at my unit starting to rout now. I'm being sandwich attack here, hammer and anvil attack. The enemy infantry being the anvil, and those elephants are certainly the hammer there. And look, most of my infantry have now been taken out with that attack. I've rallied some of my cavalry. Look, I'm charging them back into the elephants, trying to do what damage I can to the elephants here. But once again, you can see that they're starting to kill loads of my cavalry here. I've managed to kill a few elephants, managed to rout one of the elephant units there. But once again, the cavalry that I had left now has been routed. And as I say, I've just got, I think, 2 of my infantry units left, and that's all I've got left in my whole army. So what I said, that nice tactical attack there on the flank with the enemy there could have cost us the battle. You can see those Carthage Sacred Band troops now moving in to our allies. Let's say Lando now has gone from the other flank, the left flank, now over to the right flank here, looking to do a right flanking action. Now he's still got a lot of his infantry left. 15, don't forget he started with 15 infantry units there. Okay, so that's good news for us. He's still got all that infantry left, and he's looking to do now a right flanking action there. If he can get in behind those enemy troops that are engaged, that would be a good move for us. Okay, but meanwhile, can you see that the Parthian general's been shooting fire arrows? See the Parthian general there has been shooting fire arrows into the elephants, and those of you who might not know here, that fire arrows cause panic to the elephants and make them run amok. Can you see this elephant unit here has now run amok? You can see the fire arrows hitting that unit there, and you can see one of the elephants in the process of falling over. Look, you see its 2 drivers there, and the archers falling out of the basket on top of the elephants there. But that's a good move from Parthian general, shooting fire arrows into the elephants there, as I say, making them run amok. And therefore, once they run amok, then they are no longer under the control of the Numidian general. But as I say here, Lando doing extremely well with his Scipii troops there, getting around the flank of the enemy. And as I say, I think all the Numidian elephants now have run amok, so we haven't got to worry about them anymore, as long as they keep away from our infantry. Because remember, run amok elephants can do a heck of a lot of damage. Right, can you see this fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry charging into what's left of my infantry? I've got 2 infantry units left. Like, bang! As that fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry smash into my 2 units, and my 2 units have now been routed. Now see that run amok elephant there? Barclayman needs to get his cavalry away from them, because those run amok elephants kill both friend and foe alike, like chariots do when they run amok. Okay, now that fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry could well have a decisive part to play in the battle here. Okay, so remember, the enemy are Carthage here, okay, and they're moving forward into our Greek cities ally and into our Scipii ally here. Okay, so the Carthage here and the Brutii are the enemy there, and don't forget that Thrace and Numidia are also involved here. You can see that there's some Thrace rallied pikemen coming back into the fray here. Okay, First Prime's bringing these units back into the rear of Lando's infantry. But as I say, I'd like to draw your attention to the fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, now if they're used correctly here, bearing in mind that I think we've completely run out of cavalry, we've got no cavalry left to counter them, this could be a massive... Right, see that cavalry charge into the rear of some of Lando's engaged troops there, and bang, as they smash in there. That is some massive hit there. It wouldn't surprise me if those two Scipio units are now... Right, there you go. They've both routed now from the hit. Now what Barkman do, probably pull that cavalry straight back. He's not interested in fighting infantry there. He just wants to come back and he's going to strike then as he wants to. Okay, so that was a good hit there by Barkman. Right, you can see this is a nice move by Lando. He's got an infantry unit in behind the engaged enemy team there. As I say, newer players for Rome Total War, that's a good tactical move. Get units in behind fighting enemy troops. You can see those Thrace pikemen there pushing in on the rear of Lando's Scipio troops here. Okay, so as I say here, things are up in the air, but will this fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry, will that prove to be decisive and pivotal to the outcome of the battle? As I say, we've got no cavalry left ourselves, so we can't counter that cavalry. Okay, and if you notice here, Barkman's making good use of them getting behind our allies' troops, and here comes that cavalry charging again, and bang, as they smash in there. Fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry. I think they're very underestimated, this cavalry, and you fully upgrade them and you've got some serious, possibly battle-winning cavalry there. And look at the routing units of our ally there being hit by that cavalry. Now Barkman got the full cavalry charge bonus, done the damage he wants to, pulling his cavalry back. You can lock and load them and look to charge in again. But you can see a lot of the enemy infantry is now routing. Okay, let's have a look and take stock of what's happening here. Okay, so Aurelius has got 16 men in that unit, 25 men in that unit, 14 men in that unit, and 24 men in that unit. And I think that's all of his Greek cities there. You got Lando's Scipio army there. He's still got good numbers, reasonably good numbers in his units. Okay, but most of the enemy infantry has now been routed. Okay, so that's good news for us. But as I say, those fully upgraded Carthage Sacred Band cavalry, as I say, we've got no cavalry left to counter them. So I think, as I say, these could prove pivotal. It wouldn't surprise me if he went for Lando's general. Can you see Lando's general's a little bit exposed there? And you can see that Barkman spotted that, and there goes the cavalry, and bang, as they smash in to Lando's general there. They want to take out Lando's general, which they've done. They've routed the general unit. They're taking the morale away from Lando's infantry there. That was a nice hit, and then he's going to charge them back in to those Scipio infantry as well. Look how aggressive Barkman's being with those fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry there. But I think, luckily for us, it looks like we've taken out most of the enemy infantry there. Okay, so you can see Mad King's Parthian camel cataphracts here fighting those fully upgraded Sacred Band cavalry. You notice here the Parthian general is alt-attacked with his maces, and you can see once again here Barkman charging his cavalry into our enemy's Scipio infantry there, being very aggressive. Let's just pause the game for a second here. So let's say being very aggressive there, plus, and don't forget, all the way through the battle here, Barkman's slingers have been shooting slingshots into us all the time, causing massive casualties to us all the time there with those slingers. Okay, you never underestimate slingers there. They've got lots of ammunition. I think they've got something like 40 slingshots to Archer's 30 arrows. So they got quite a bit more ammunition there. As you can see here, our Carthage Sacred Band, fully upgraded cavalry there fighting Lando's infantry. And now he's charging them into the Greek cities as well. Barkman's trying to do as much damage as he can with those fully upgraded cavalry, and I think he's done a really good job with them. But it looks like at this time our team looks like it may well have gone on to just about win this close battle here. Okay, so just pause the game for a second. So let's say here it looks like our team has just about managed to go on to win the battle here. Quite a spread out battle. Now if you look at the Greek cities ally, you've got 7 men in that unit. He's got 11 men in that unit. Okay, 7 and 11 there, and then his other unit here has got 11 men in it. And that is the entire Greek cities army. Now you know how tough Spartans are with their 2 hit points and massive specifications. That's all he's got left. Okay, all my army is dead and routed a long time ago. And Lando here, we've got 25 men in that unit, 6 men in that unit, 33 men in that unit. He's got 5 men in that unit. Let's have a look there. He's got 18 men in that unit, and he's got 21 men in that unit. So this just goes to show how attritional the game is, and 8 men in that unit. This goes to show how attritional this battle was. This was a real battle of attrition here, as you can see. And it, I think, basically where it really started to it's got all the Parthian archers there shooting into the enemy troops all the time, causing lots of casualties there. But I was going to say, I think where the battle kicked off was where those elephants attacked over on our left flank there. But as I say, with all the missile troops we've got, we would have been causing a lot of casualties to the enemy troops there. Let's say over here, this is where I threw my cavalry in there, trying to hold up the elephants, trying to damage the elephants as much as I could, and look at the casualties, look at my dead cavalry there. As I say, remember those elephants have got anti-cavalry bonus, and then those elephants smashed into the rear of my engaged infantry. And as I say, that could have proved pivotal there. That was a really good attack there. Don't make no mistake, that was a planned attack to hold and pin my infantry and get his elephants in behind to smash into the rear of my troops. And look at the piles of dead. As we slowly move across the battlefield here, you can see loads of dead there. And also I can see a Thracian skydiver. There you go. He's a little bit late for the battle, but he's just arriving now. So the Thrace skydiving team. No. There you can see all the dead there from one side of the battlefield to the other. Very, very intense fighting here, and as I say, it was a real battle of attrition there, and you've seen by what we've got left in our units here, including my army completely routed there, that it was a real tough battle there. I think there's one unit left there, reserve Carthage, and my guess is they'll probably admit that he's just admitted defeat there. So as I say, our team has just about managed to go on to win this battle here. Okay, first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. Really well played, guys. It was a great close battle there, and as you can see, as I say, it was a close victory there, as we expected. So once again, well done to everybody in the game there. And I'd just like to draw your attention to the highest kills of the game. Aurelius with his Greek cities, 2016. So well done to him. But I think maybe even a bigger surprise here, Parthia with Mad King got the second highest kills in the game, 1,545. Now who would have thought that with Parthia? Okay, but don't forget, we give Parthia a 10 cav max for this game to make them more competitive. Okay, so well done to Brotherhood member Pompey with his Brutii troops, got some good kills there. Well done to him. Unfortunately, first prime there with his Thrace army didn't get the kills that he wanted to there. But once again, Thrace morale is so low that chain routes can become quite common there. And he was hit quite hard in the flank, so he didn't get the kills that he wanted. Well done to Brotherhood member Barclay Man there. Got some good kills with Carthage, did extremely well, especially with his cavalry. And well done to Man 2, got some great kills with Numidia. Who would have thought you got 12,094 kills with Numidia? Those 3 L's max really do help, don't they? So really well played to the other team there. Really great play there. My Roman army there, not very good kills, but of course I was pinned and held and then smashed into the rear with the elephants. So to get 785 kills I thought was quite good. Well done to brother member Lando, very aggressive, very attacking, very controlled aggression and attack, so well done to Lando there. And well done to Mad King with Parthia, 1,545 kills, second highest kills in the game, and well done to Aurelius with the highest kills in the game. So really well played there, guys, and nice to see so many factions. I like diversity. You've got Rome, Parthia and Greek cities in our team, and then you've got Rome, Thrace, Carthage and Numidia in the other team. So it's great to have such a diverse battle there, and as I say, by tweaking the rules a little bit, you can give Parthia and Numidia a little bit more of a chance on the 31k battlefield by just tweaking the rules a little bit, giving them a little bit more of an advantage there to let them compete a bit more. It's Spartan Commander saying, hope you enjoyed the battle, and if you like watching our battles, please come and play with us on a Friday and Saturday night. We'd be good to see you. Spartan Commander saying bye for now, see you soon.